What up, everybody? How's it going?
What's going on?
What up?
Welcome to
going
week
on?
2 of the season.
Week 2 headed into week 3 already. Pretty fucking
Mhm.
wild.
Quick.
It's amazing how quickly the season progresses. It's like the weeks just keep stacking up on you real quick. It's crazy.
A lot of stuff happens in 1 week.
A lot of action. A lot of action.
Whole lot
Lot
of
of-
action.
A lot of upsets this week. A lot of things that were unexpected for sure, and some injuries, which I'm sure we're going to talk about.
A lot of injuries too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like
and a
that
lot of
said,
injuries.
A lot of injuries. You know what else?
Um,
You know what else happened? A lot of injuries.
Lot of injuries.
A lot of
Lots
fucking
of-
injuries happened.
All right, I looked at my phone. Give me some slack.
Wait, before we
Okay,
before
Brad
we
was
fully
looking for his
start,
phone.
before we
Dude, I
fully
thought you
start,
guys called me to find it. It was someone else.
hang on, real quick, Matt.
Before we start,
how's
Yes,
Creed?
sir.
How's Creed?
Oh my God, guys, that was a great show. It was like they put on a really good show. I know a lot of people won't believe me, but it's true. I
When
think
he's sober.
the only I was completely stone cold sober.
No, not you. Them.
I don't know.
No, they got in
Yeah.
trouble. They got in trouble. They were
Maybe.
so drunk at a show that they actually got taken to court and sued and had to give everyone their money back because the show was
Because
so
the
terrible.
performance
Because they were
was
like
so bad.
sloppy.
I'm pretty
it was so
sure
bad.
they're
When
in
was
their
this?
50s and probably cleaned
Oh,
up.
this
by
was
now.
back when we're
Back in the heyday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when they could do that.
Good
on
for them.
stage.
Good for
They're
them.
they're probably super just chill now, right?
Oh yeah, it was so cool. It was
No
it
one's
was a
getting
good
shit-faced
experience.
and playing.
how
Yeah,
long
it
do
was
they play
awesome.
for?
I can send you the set list. I didn't time it. I don't know. Time
Yeah.
just didn't really. I didn't have a concept of time at all.
Matt had an
Okay.
out of body
You
experience.
know, I
think
lost
that's
my
what I'm hearing.
voice.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, well, I was still kind of congested from being sick last week,
Yeah.
and like I would try to sing, and then I'd have to cough into my shirt, and then continue to sing some more. So it was a cool night though. It was badass, and I
Nice.
visited a buddy of mine in Houston. So that was the first time we got to see them since they moved out. They moved there about 2 years ago. So
So are you going to go to the Phoenix show too?
it had already happened before
that
that
already
show.
happened?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But if they tour
Oops.
again, I will
Yes. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
What about anyone else? Anyone have a weekend like Matt? Or that was a weekday, right, Matt?
go. I was on
You guys
Saturday.
won?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Nice.
No, I watched football all day on Sunday. And nothing else eventful.
Just chilled at home, watched football.
Fucking A, I did.
Nice.
I watched a lot of football. It was nice.
How
I
many
enjoyed
games
that
do you
shit.
go? Do you have the YouTube 4-screen, or what do you got going on?
So I'll usually, it depends. Okay, so like during the Cardinals game, I'll have that going on one screen for sure.
Sure.
And then it depends. I'll either go multi-view or I'll be clicking into a certain game. Basically, I'll have specific, like, you know, if I have, you know, Gibbs is going and he's got the ball, I'm gonna go watch that while that's
Sure.
going on. So you know,
Yeah,
I'll
if
watch
the
my
offense has the
players.
ball.
Yeah,
I mean, does anyone do red zone anymore? Is that a thing?
I do red zone. I
Okay.
still have that. Yeah, red zone's cool. Red zone's cool to just leave on.
Yeah.
That could be
background.
like one screen too.
Yeah, I
like,
do
you
the
know,
four screens, one with red zone.
Yeah,
yeah.
red
One with
zones.
red
If you
zone.
have ADD, it's great. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
Well, you
The
just
only
go play.
problem
play oh, yeah,
is
exactly.
you're very limited if you just watch that.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Just
What's,
watch
what's going on?
But I thought you guys closed out, but you're good. So basically, you're really limited if you just watch red zone because obviously it just shows you when you're in the red zone, or if no one's
Right.
in the red zone, whoever's closest.
Of course.
So if they're putting a good drive from the 40 to the 30, you know, you're not seeing any of that play. You're not seeing how they're using people in the offense. So if you're just watching that, it's a very small sample that you're getting. So just be wary that that's not all the research you need to do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you'd miss something like, you know, I think you miss a lot when you don't get to watch. But like I was telling you, Brad Pickens this weekend, he had so many missed points, and you just wouldn't see that. You know, he had a
Yeah.
51-yard pass that got called back. You wouldn't see it. It's not even breaching the red zone. And then he had a touchdown that was called back too. So Both penalties not on him too, by the way, because he's kind of like a guy who can get offensive pass interference sometimes himself. So I was like expecting them to be on him when I saw the thing, and I was like, oh no, I went back and no, it wasn't on him either time. So I think George Pickens has really rounded into form. To be honest with you, he's top tier, man. You're right about him.
Anybody roster him in our league?
I do.
You
And
do.
then
Okay.
Justin Fields, man, I tell you, he's like almost like this project. I think by week 6, 8, he is just going to be flourishing. He's completing like 60, 70% of his balls, which is up at least 10, 20% from last year. He's making great decisions. He's only running. He's making his checkdowns. And when he gets to his third checkdown, it's not there, then he's looking to run. So I just think, with Russ Wilson being his mentor, and I do say that because I do think that's why I was brought there. And a guy like Mike Tomlin who can just kind of corral the young mind and just be like, hey, man, our defense is good enough. You don't have to be great. Just don't turn the ball over, which he's been a lot better at. So I really like what, his future is with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I saw Stroud on your bench. I was like, what's going on? So just curious.
Yeah, he started Fields, right?
Yeah.
Well, Stroud was playing the Bears. Bears came off that impressive win. So.
No, I get it.
Sure.
I just was curious.
I thought Justin Fields would have a little more on the rush yards, but it happens.
Yeah. How did everyone's team do this week? I already know the answer for the other. Oh, yeah. Matt, you're not in one, right? Not this year?
No.
Damn it. Okay. Well,
I just watch. It's kind of relaxing, actually.
It is kind of relaxing. You're right.
Like,
but
well,
it's
I
still a
can
lot
just
of fun.
Watch
Especially when you
enjoy
win.
football.
Especially when you win. So it was,
It's funny, like I think that when I watch a game that I don't have any players or any players are going against me, I'm going, oh, I could just kind of watch the football. That is kind of nice. It's a different thing. I mean, I like both aspects. Obviously, I love fantasy football. Otherwise, I wouldn't play it like I do. But it is nice every once in a while to watch a football game, just to watch a football game.
For sure.
I like the action.
So speaking of the action, any week 2 games stand out or
week 3?
Brad,
no.
I'm sorry, you're recapping.
I'm still recapping. I wanted to ask a question actually. The Chiefs game, the 4th and 16 pass interference. Thoughts? We've seen the video a million times. What do you think? Was that a good call?
Dude, I don't know why anyone's surprised. Tom Brady got the same kind of love. He's the future of the NFL. He's the face of it. And he's getting the same kind of treatment. So what's the big deal?
But what do you think? Was that?
You got to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. You can't give them something that is that close, because I do think that's a close call, a bang play. I do think if you look at it, he gets there a little bit early and makes that contact early. So, I mean, technically speaking, we can call it that way. Now, if you want to get into more of a hard-nosed game, I would like to see those plays called as just a great play, in my opinion. But I think you leave the door open when you leave it that close and leave it like that up against the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't think they call that in the playoffs, but week 2. So,
Yeah,
I just want consistency.
Yeah,
that's
it.
it.
What the NFL's about.
That's all I want.
NFL's real bad with consistency.
Yeah, they're not about that.
Yeah, so it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. Calvin Ridley, year suspension. Ray Rice, 3 games.
Well, it's gambling, Brad. Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Please.
How dare you?
Clutch your pearls.
What about you want to touch on the Cards at all? Pretty phenomenal.
You know what I want to touch on is
big injury.
Yeah, let's talk about the Cards.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Sorry.
Well, which game are you talking about? The Chiefs?
Quick injury. Talk about Pacheco.
Yeah.
Out for 6 to 8 weeks. That's a pretty big injury.
Is that an ankle
Pacheco,
or something? What was it?
Broken fibula, they said.
For all you guys watching us live, the big news is Kareem Hunt has been signed by the Kansas City Chiefs. So I don't know why ESPN hasn't notified everyone, but he's signed. He's there.
You heard it here.
He's going to get snaps, probably 75%, because do not invest in Steele. I know there are a lot of you out there thinking Steele's the next guy up, but He did not do well when he was out there. He fumbled the ball, almost cost him the game.
Mm.
He is gonna sit. So
Uh,
They're
It's
gonna
so
play Kareem
muddled.
Hunt.
The whole thing is muddled. I don't think you're going to
It's
see
Kareem's
Kareem
game.
Hunt. I don't think you're
If
going
he-
to see
if he
Kareem
can
Hunt
run-
take it over.
If he can run and know the plays, then he'll get, I'd say, 60% of the snaps.
Brad, the problem is that there's no one. I don't think that any one of these guys is going to like set himself apart. Is the point? Kareem Hunt, Samaje Perine, Carson Steele, and then we're not forgetting that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is available when he comes off the IR.
When does he
in a
come
couple
back?
weeks.
Couple weeks.
He's available to come back in 2 weeks.
Hmm.
So to me, I don't think you can trust any of these guys. I certainly don't think you can trust Steele. I think
No.
I think there is a lot of hype on him. I don't know why, but I think
Yeah.
he's the odd man out for sure. And I think I like Kareem Hunt, but it's going to take him a week or 2 or 3 to really get up to speed again, NFL speed. Ready to play action speed. So
I
that's
think
what we're.
he actually might be more ready than you think. I think Andy Reid's a good coach.
Have you been you've been in contact with this team?
Yes.
Kareem Hunt's
Brad's
been
got
working
the
out.
inside scoop.
Dude, why do you think I
More
was
inside
late?
scoop. Do tell.
Why do you think I was late?
He's ready. Yeah, you had to
Looking
talk to
for your
Kareem
phone.
Hunt's
Looking for
people.
your phone.
Yeah, dude. And I have like 15 text messages from tons of people. Eric Berry's text me, like tons of people.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, if he's in
Let's-
shape and he's ready to go, then he's the guy. Go get him.
I'm telling you, they say he looks like the guy out of Cleveland.
So are you going to go get him? Because we have free agent acquisitions coming up.
No.
Are you going to go get him? No?
No.
Why not?
I-
If he's going to have the ball 75% of the time, if he had a Pacheco role, why would you not want him?
Oh, I don't think he's going to have to check the numbers. I think he's going to be on the field the same amount of time. But he is no Pacheco.
Well, it's a good tidbit because like everybody's if you read the NFL fantasy football where they talk about waiver wire, everyone's talking that up right now. So
He's going to
let's
go for a lot
beware.
of money.
Yeah,
Kareem's going to go for a ton.
That's
Like
crazy.
for
I can't
for
even
Fab,
imagine.
what's a good
And it-
dollar amount for him? You think?
Dude, who knows? We are all new to this. I don't know if you guys are watching live and you've done this before, but this is our first year. So, I mean, 5 to 50, I don't even know.
Oh man, I don't know.
It is such
That's
a
pretty
weird
wild.
number.
That's a tough one. But okay, all it takes is for someone to believe that he's going to be the guy.
I
Which
mean,
I guarantee you, Zach.
spending
Well-
$25+ on a maybe is like, I don't know. if
Right,
that's
it's a high
good
risk.
It's a lot of
Maybe
money.
$2.
$25. $25 is a lot of money. Bro.
Yeah, that's a
It's not
quarter
that
of your
much.
budget. That's a
That's
quarter of your budget.
it's a
a quarter.
quarter of your budget.
25% week 2. There's still a lot of game to go.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. That's what
I
I
don't
think
know.
about a quarter. That's a quarter of your budget is a lot, Brad.
A lot.
Yeah.
On a wish.
I'm
Who
very
knows?
children.
Who knows? But
Well,
somebody will
speaking
probably do it.
of injuries though, high profile injuries. I know the other one is Cooper Cup. Cooper Cup's out. Puka Nakua's
Brown.
out. So the Rams,
CMC
like,
still out.
The
yeah,
Rams got their asses kicked.
yeah,
know.
which I'm happy
Which-
to talk
Actually,
about.
I have to
cannot
eat my
believe that.
words.
Would
Yeah.
there have been
On
more
our
offense
show,
if
I was all over the Rams. I thought they were going to crush us.
They should.
wrong.
Well, I would have thought the same thing. I've witnessed it firsthand so many times. I have like PTSD from it.
They weren't at full
Yeah.
speed or full strength though. So what are your? I mean, if
Well-
if Cup and Puka were around, what does the offense perform a little bit better? 10
Well,
points.
true.
That's all we
And
got.
their offensive line is decimated right now.
Yeah,
Right.
That's a big deal. I mean, when we talk about NFL games, the line play is really key, and their line is just absolutely in shambles right now. So I'm a little scared of that situation. I mean, I have Kyron Williams, who has produced. He has produced already in 2 terrible game scripts. Surely because he's on the field 90% of the time.
Yeah,
Um,
dude, He's literally the back with the highest like timeshare.
Yeah,
92%.
he's out there. He's out there all the time, basically. Like even in the fourth quarter of this game, I was going, "What are they doing? They're down 41-10, and they got Kyron Williams and Matt Stafford still on the field."
Yeah, even Dallas pulled Dak Prescott. I don't know what quarter it was, but they were down 20 plus.
Yeah.
They got smacked.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
They got smacked.
that,
by the
that was
Saints.
that was a bit of a not a total shocker, but that big of a win.
That was a shocker to me that they blew him out like that. I can understand
Cowboys
the low
were-
offense output from the Rams because of all the injuries, but give credit to the Cardinals offense. I mean, they
Kyler's
they
playing out of
were
his mind.
performing really well.
He had a perfect
Like-
passer rating.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. Perfect passer rating. He had 4 incompletions, all 4 of them to Marvin Harrison. And I love how Marvin Harrison took the ownership of that and hated that. He was the one who pointed it out and said, "Hey, he had 4 incompletions in the whole game, and they were all 4 targets of mine." So he goes, "That's unacceptable. I don't like
Love that.
So love
I
to
like
hear
that.
that from the
Yeah.
kid, man. Yeah,
That's a positive
he's like, "Nah."
sign.
Yeah, he's like, "That's great. Great game, but 4 incompletions to me is just not acceptable."
Great
So,
for the
love it.
fantasy owners, right? I mean, that was Mark got
Oh, he went
27
off.
of in like
Him,
2.5 minutes.
him
Mark
and
got
Kyler. Kyler
Yeah,
went off too.
Kyler had
Yeah.
a good
I don't know what he ranked as far as how many points for the week.
Number
for
one
QB,
quarterback?
but he was
was
high.
he?
He had to have been. Oh, he was the
He
top
got
dog.
28
Okay.
points in our league.
Damn.
29
Okay.
points. Yeah, he was the number 1 quarterback for the week. Very, very good performance.
Badass. Well,
I
hopefully-
happened to have inquired about Kyler Murray last week before, and
Before it happened.
Turtle, yeah, exactly, before it happened, and Turtle said he's still not sure which one of those 2 guys. And I said,
Who else
"Okay,
does he
all right."
have?
Jane
He has
Daniels.
Jaden Daniels as well. Yeah,
Jane
Oh,
Daniels.
which
yeah, I think
which
he's
is
gonna
nice.
stick with Kyler.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Moving
if I was
forward.
him at this point, I just got to stick with both. I would just hold on
Yeah.
to both.
Yeah.
Unless I'm getting offered something great. There's a couple QB needy teams in our league. I have to eat my words too on that other thing, Brad. Derek Carr last week. Remember, I was like,
Yep.
"Oh yeah,
Yep.
go
Dude,
pick up
yeah.
Derek Carr." I
Yeah.
was kind of making fun of that, and then fucking
Who Jay
Derek
Jay
Carr
ended
went
up
off.
getting
He
him,
killed
right?
it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Jay lost to us, so he
Yeah,
just
right.
little
Two was
sidestep,
gone. Yep.
got right back
Mhm.
in it.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
that was a good pickup.
Carr is just as serviceable, if not more serviceable, than Tua at this point. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
before the concussion, obviously.
Right?
He's
yeah.
got him and Gino now, and Gino looks good. Gino's
Yeah,
throwing the
Gino-
shit out of the ball.
Yeah, they're 2-0 right now.
Yeah,
The Seahawks.
they're chucking the ball. I love that. That was fun to see. I like that as a JSN manager. I think that that guy is going to pick up. He's going to pick up pretty well this year too. I think he's going to supplant Tyler Lockett as the number 2 there, big time this year.
Nice. What about the Saints? They've definitely surprised me as well. I read that
Kamara
they've
had a
scored.
beast of a game.
Well, yeah, whoever has Kamara is probably very happy right now.
Zach.
And I've read that they have scored on every possession this
They
year.
scored on their first 15 straight possessions.
Yeah.
They scored on 15 straight possessions.
That is
Holy
something.
crap.
That's insane.
Isn't it?
Yeah, they changed their offense, Brad. It's a different offense now. They're using motion, which they just never did before.
They're doing this without Taysom Hill. It's insane.
They're doing it without all their tight ends. They don't
Yeah.
care about tight ends.
Yeah, it's insane.
Maybe that's saying something. You got to leave those
Whoa,
guys out.
whoa! Watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Don't you talk about
And
Taysom.
the
like
poor punters on the sidelines just taking a nap.
that. Well, he's allowed to take a nap.
When
Yeah.
can I play, you guys?
Dude, he's like, I'll just eat oranges. And I'm fine.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah,
problem
there
to have.
was a shot of him eating.
I
a
got
full
my citrus,
sandwich.
guys. I'm good.
Yeah. Gotta stay
Oh
healthy.
man. Yeah, it was. I didn't catch.
poor
I just
punter.
saw Camaro went off for 40 plus. Right? Who is that? Is that top for the season so far?
That has
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be the top
Boom
dog.
Is
Yeah.
that Boom Goes to Dynamite?
So far, it won't last, but
Right.
so far,
Is that what that award's called? I mixed the other one up with.
yeah, I think so. Boom goes.
Yeah,
to
Yeah,
Boom
Dynamite.
goes
boom,
so-
boom. Is the one
40
player
plus.
in Epic is the team.
So he must have had a ton of receiving yards too, because he only had like 100-something rushing yards.
He had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. He had 4
How many receiving?
touchdowns. He probably
Well, I mean,
had
that's 24
one
points right
receiving
there.
touchdown. He had
And
3
three
rushing,
and 3. Okay.
1 receiving
24,
touchdown. He
100.
I think he probably had about 60-something yards receiving too. So
Yeah, I
he had an all-around
totally
game.
during the draft passed on him. I wanted to get him, but I'm
Everyone
like,
did.
he's like whatever, because he had a
Yeah.
couple of the suspension, the injury,
J.K.
all that shit.
Dobbins, same thing. Everyone thought he was an
J.K.
injury.
Dobbins.
He's killing it.
He is killing it. And we all knew, that's the funny thing is we all knew Jim Harbaugh wants to run the ball.
Mhm.
We just didn't think that J.K. Dobbins, the injury risk, really like played into that. And him
And-
coming off of the injury, you're like, yeah, it's going to be like spry and looking good. And he's looked great the first 2
I thought it'd be
weeks.
more split backfield too with Gus Edwards, but
Yeah. That's a miss. That's a miss
Yeah.
by all of us. Oh well. They happen. You know, you move on now. We're into week 3. Shit. Gotta get them fucking.
So the difference this year, remember last year, like the season just started off and it was just like an explosion, like great fucking offense games, a lot of touchdowns, a lot of and I sent you guys that stat today. Was it
that was insane.
64 is it QB, right? QB touchdowns, like throwing.
Yeah.
Passing
Throwing touchdowns.
Throwing
All passing
touchdowns.
stats are down. Yeah.
down, yeah.
Yeah. The league has gone to the defenses are playing really well, and it looks like the offenses are a little bit behind to start the season.
I feel like it's just because Tom Brady left.
yeah.
It
Well,
was all
Patrick
Brady.
Mahomes' numbers are
joke.
statistically up 20%, but everyone else is down.
Yeah.
No, dude, even Patrick Mahomes is
I was
not
kidding.
immune.
I was kidding.
I know he's good,
Yeah.
but he's throwing for 150 yards this weekend. You know, like what? No one expects that from Patrick Mahomes. 150 yards. in a game.
Gino had the most this past week at 327.
Nice.
That's
I never would have guessed that.
That's nothing. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we used to have
Not
500
nothing,
back
but-
in the day.
yeah, 400 plus,
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyler didn't even break the top 5 because he only had like 230 yards or something like that. But
Yeah.
you know,
He had like
Did you
60
know
on the
who-
ground though.
yeah,
Do you know who really surprised me is the Baltimore defense and the Philly defense? Like how well they played the first 3 quarters, and then they just like let the other team right back in the game and let them win it. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, that Ravens game.
we were-
That's got to be sickening for Ravens fans.
No, no.
Shit.
Well, I mean,
didn't
same
catch
for
that.
Phillies
I didn't catch
fans.
that one. What happened?
That was at
Give me the-
home.
Give me the cliff notes.
They're up by 10. They had, I think they were up by 10 with probably 8 minutes left in the game, so maybe less. And they blow the game. They throw the ball on offense, and they let the offense do basically anything they wanted, and came down.
Dude,
and
they
just-
didn't. Yeah, no one was getting
They were-
pressure. It's crazy.
They were using the shit out of Brock Bowers too. That shit was Brock Bowers was good. I like that
Yeah.
kid. He's really
Worth the
good.
pick.
Worth the pick. He was one of my sleepers in this draft. I was like, I really wanted to get him, but I didn't get him. Now I got a tight end conundrum.
Hmm.
Fucking
Tight ends are
ends
always a
and-
pain in the ass, man.
They really are.
There's
They're
only
the
like
new
3 or
age
4
kicker-
really good ones, and the rest
They're
fucking.
the
It's
new
always
what,
like that.
Brett?
new age kickers, man. I tell you.
Yeah,
There
now
is.
kickers are sacking up. They're doing a
Well,
great
it's just
job.
like they all
Dude, the
suck. You get,
Washington
like, 4 or
kicker
5
had 21
points.
points.
No, the kickers were tearing it up.
Kickers
this
are
weekend.
killing
all
it.
of
Well, yeah,
21.
kickers are cool now.
They have been last week too. Like just fucking murder.
Did you
So-
say kickers are cool?
Yeah,
Yeah, Brad's on now. Let's go.
dude, I was
Let's pull up-
rostering 2 up until like a couple days ago.
Let's
So-
pull up a vote from a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Axe the kicker. Yep.
Oh, dude, people change, man.
Yep. I know. Now I invest in the kicker, but now I can't figure out the tight end situation.
Yeah,
It's not my fault. I've got 2 injuries there. It's not my fault.
yeah. Hey, Rich,
I swear.
Rich,
What's up, Brett?
it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault, Rich.
It's very
It's not your
motivating.
fault.
Hey,
Very not kind of you. Kind
it's
of
not
you.
your fault.
If anyone's listening, they
Yeah,
have not
I got
seen Goodwill Hunting. This is
Don't
your
fuck with me, Brad.
signal to go watch the movie.
Yeah.
You know what else surprised
I've
me
actually
this
not
week?
seen that movie, you guys.
Oh my
What?
God.
I've
You
not
haven't seen
it.
Good Will Hunting?
No.
Get
No.
the
Go to
fuck outta
intermission.
here.
I
Sorry,
swear.
have you
Let's
not
do
seen
this.
That's
any
intermission.
movies? I feel like
I-
every time we talk about movies, you haven't seen it, no matter what it is.
I like to watch shows mainly. You know,
Goodwill Hunting?
I know. I thought about it and I was like, it just seems like another Dead Poets Society.
How do you
I was
like them
eh.
apples?
Seems
That's
like
what I'm
another
talking about, dude.
I was not in the mood to watch a movie like that. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm like, I like to watch something a
it's
little more
funny, too.
action. Yeah, I know.
It's funny too.
I've seen a few clips, and I think I'll visit that movie.
It's the
one
kind of
these days.
movie that everyone needs to see.
I've been
It's
into
2
westerns
hours.
lately. I don't know why. Watched some
I've been into
Tombstone.
Ben Affleck actually did
Tombstone.
not act one single scene in that whole movie. It's actually kind of funny. It's literally he
just
did
it.
not act one single bit. It was just him.
You might have a point there.
Maybe because it's just the constant Boston accents throughout the whole thing. You're just like, all right, enough
Well,
of this.
Just to
It's so
bring it
fucking
back,
annoying.
just to
I
bring
like
it
being
back
from
real quick.
Boston.
Was anyone else surprised that the 49ers lost to the Vikings?
That was a great game.
surprise for me.
I wasn't shocked. I
That was the
think
least shocking.
I
to
think-
me.
I think I'm
Yeah.
more shocked that the Vikings are better than I thought they would be, I guess.
Sam Darnold, he's up and
Sam
coming.
Darnold.
I mean,
Looking
they
good.
always had a good team. So, I mean, they got Ty Chandler, Aaron Jones in the backfield. I mean, you got Jetta. That's always good. When Hawkinson comes back, their defense always played well. So,
I guess
yeah.
I'm just too
decent
high on the
quarterback
49ers
play
then,
is
maybe.
all they kind of need. Well,
You're just so
49ers are just
tired.
they're just like kind of one of those teams that they don't really kick it into gear until they really have to. And when they turn it on, holy shit, can they turn it on?
Yeah.
But without CMC, I just feel like they don't have an identity. So,
Yeah, I mean, now they're down Debo too. I think
Jesus,
I think
man,
that's
that
gonna
guy can't
happen.
stay healthy.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that yet.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Debo's
Debo
injured.
Samuel's up. Yeah.
How long?
You know, he tried to get an insurance policy, and they're like, "I'm sorry, sir, we can't insure you."
No.
it's not a true story, but
No.
it sounds like a true story.
I think you need insurance to play in the NFL. I think it's
No, I know, but it's like
Yeah.
because he gets hurt so much. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, we're dropping you.
He does.
What?
It's too high of a risk.
Exactly.
He does,
High risk.
man. That's because of the way he plays. He plays fucking
out.
all out, man. Yeah, just everything he's got on every play.
He plays like a
and-
running back.
yeah,
in the
I mean,
open
and
field.
they use him as a running back too. I mean, they
Yeah.
flat out use him as a running back.
Dumb.
So yeah, he's out. He's out a few weeks at least. They haven't put him on IR yet, but
What
he's
if,
a candidate. I think.
What
I
about
think it was
St.
like a
Brown?
calf strain.
I haven't
Oh,
heard any rumblings about him. Just very
St.
vague.
Brown, they said very vague, but also did say that he didn't think it was anything too serious.
Yeah.
So when he
You
says
need to
What the
that,
hell does that mean? Just
that
curious.
means a week
you know,
or two.
before Thursday.
That means a week or
I know.
two.
good. I don't want him to
A
play
week or
this
two.
Sunday.
All right. I got a
Yeah.
Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Just
forward
for
to
my own
this
selfish reasons.
this game on Sunday.
Which one?
Cardinals
Cardinals and Lions.
and
Oh,
Lions.
yeah.
Sorry.
Lions.
When Matt's excited for a game, it's always Cardinals. Just let you know.
Right. I know.
That's not true.
It could be
He-
Detroit, but it's
he-
almost always the Cardinals.
That'll be a good game. I'd actually like to go to that game. I might.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'm
I
excited.
looked up tickets last weekend, like right before, and there was cheap ass seats for those games. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
because no one
Detroit's
renewed.
it's a better
their-
team.
No one renewed
Detroit
their
is a much
season
better
ticket.
team. It's going to be a
Detroit
physical,
is a better
very
team.
physical game.
It's the prediction,
Yeah.
fellas. We're gonna win or lose this
Uh,
one. You don't even have to give me a
yeah,
score.
gonna
Just
win.
win or lose. See,
I'm
Matt.
going to say they
Matt
win
is a Cardinal fan.
31-27.
He's so optimistic.
31-27.
Sorry.
31-27 Detroit or Arizona?
Cardinals.
Ooh. Okay.
Dude,
I
Marvin,
think
second
Marvin
that.
Harrison Jr. is a game changer.
I think we're gonna lose 27-24. I think it'll be a good game, but I think we're gonna end up losing.
I think it's gonna be a tie. No, just kidding.
That shit happens.
That'd be funny if it-
Double
that'd be
zero,
funny.
Sorrow. It can happen.
It'd be funny.
All right, y'all.
I've
Uh,
I've watched the 6-6 Arizona Cardinals game. Arizona
Ooh.
Cardinals and the Seahawks 6-6.
Oh
That
man.
was the final
that's
score.
I hate
You know, they
ties.
refunded everyone's money at the door. It was fun.
Michael Bidwell?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, right.
Y'all know what
I
That
time
guy
said-
doesn't refund
What a slide
anything.
edge. Slide edge. Granted. Oh yeah. Detroit, I mean, how'd they play against the Buccaneers? I thought they played okay against the Buccaneers. Like, I thought they should take care of
Underperformed.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they should be winning that game probably. I think they underperformed. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I was just waiting for St. Brown to do something, but
They're
then
going
he
to
was out.
underperform next week
What?
too.
He was
What's up,
gone
Brad?
in the second half, right?
Let's get real and talk about Fab. I mean,
You
that's
wanna
what
talk
I'm
Fab?
for.
Let me get stoned first.
All right, you get
Let me
stoned.
get my mind right.
I mean, how many people do you think are out there? I mean, you got Cam Akers people are thinking about.
Hold on. There's like 12 people out there. Yeah.
Braylon
Johnston.
Braylon Allen, Quentin
Braylon
Johnston.
Cam Akers, all the wide receivers in fucking LA.
Yeah, thank you for that, by the way, Rich. I don't know, just a little fill you guys in. Maybe an hour before the game, Rich is like, "Hey, you should go pick up, Robinson on the Rams." And I'm like, I don't know, man. Jeff Wilson already played. He's my droppable. I don't think so. And then I was looking at it, I got 2 kickers, and I knew Rich was going to tell me that. So I'm like, all right, fine. I'll drop my kicker, pick him up. And then, bam, Cooper Kupp goes down. And now I got the number 1 option in LA, which,
Yeah.
thank you, Rich.
No, I like the other guys too. I think they're worthwhile pickups. It's worthwhile. I actually think the kid Whittington. I think he's a rookie. I think he's a worthwhile pickup. He's kind of like the Puka, so you might get Demarcus Robinson as the Cooper Kupp role, Puka role, go to Whittington. So he's a worthwhile pickup. So I mean, there's just a lot of guys out there. You talked about Kareem Hunt. We talked about Carson Steele. Some people are still going to be interested in, even though we told them not to. Who else? We didn't talk about him, but we got to talk about him. Hunter Henry is the number 1 tight end target. There's Mike Gesicki. I think he's actually a viable pickup. I think I'm interested in picking him up because I rostered Joe Burrow, so might pick him up. Spot start him for a
Zach
week or
Ertz
2.
isn't necessarily bad. I kind of like what he's doing down in Washington.
Yeah, I mean, Cliff Kingsbury loves using Zach Ertz, and that's continued.
I would stray away from Freiermuth. He was my dog most of the game. I was watching it. But, man, did they go away from him in the end zone? And so that's kind of not good for a tight end in that situation. You kind of rely on those touchdowns every now and then to get you those 10 points.
So what do you think of Braylon Allen ultimately, Brad? I like Braylon Allen a lot. What do you think of him?
Timeshare at best.
Timeshare at best. Yeah, I know. But, I mean, look at the production. Look at what he got.
Production's there. You know how I feel. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I just don't. Yeah. I don't know why I get bad vibes about him,
So do you think I would have been dumb to do that deal that I talked to you about?
The 2 for 2.
That was funny. The music at that moment was just like,
stop. Yeah, it's like, tell us, Rich.
Whoa.
The 2 for 2.
Wait, you trying to go after Aaron Rodgers for me or
no? I was in some conversations about.
If you got Bryce, then I think that's way better to get Allen. Allen on his own, I don't think it's worth spending a lot of money for. But if you got Brees Hall, that's wonderful because I don't think he's going to last. He's had injury issues in the past. So if he goes down,
he turned that deal down. Ultimately speaking, the one I was willing to do.
Well, yeah, I can't believe that you throw in one tiny little 3rd string piece, and he's like, "No way." So that's crazy.
It was, I asked for one extra piece, and then it was
3rd string.
Like, no, not doing it. Yeah,
I mean, technically, it could be 4th string.
Yeah. I know. I mean, when Mostert's there, we're talking 4th. Well, no, 3rd.
Wilson,
I think he established himself as at least as 3rd on the list.
Yeah, but still.
But
3rd.
if Jalen Wright is the 3rd guy in that backfield, but think about this: they had him for this game, and Achane was healthy. They just gave Achane the rock. they pretty much only spelled him with the other guys. They didn't come out and give him the rock, like, and give him a real chance. They just spelled him. Otherwise, they gave Achane 23 touches, so they were they were okay just with featuring just one back. So it's like you need 2 injuries to happen for Jalen Wright to be actually worthwhile.
Yeah. And there's actually 3 guys in the NFL right now that I've watched that I think are running at a top tier level. They're number ones, because if you give them just a little bit of room, a little bit of space, they're getting 8 yards every single time. If they get hit, they're still getting 3 to 4. And those guys are Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, and Devon Achane. Those 3 guys right there are running at a superior level. It's just they're seeing holes, they're making cuts, they're doing jumps. They're playing at another level right now.
I was wondering if Achane made that list for you.
Yes,
he does. He does for me too. He's definitely looking really good. That's the one thing, it is injury. That is the question about him is can he hold up?
He already had that little bit of a thing, and he's played through it. So that's very promising if I'm a owner of him. So, and if I have a rookie card that's number 28, so I'm very happy for him too. So
we got somebody who says, "How about if you got no running backs?" This is Mark. Mark says, "How about if you got no running backs? Braylon Allen looks real good." He does. That's what I'm saying. A guy who gets 2 touchdowns does look real good.
Here's the thing that I try to tell everyone every single year, but no one ever listens. During the draft, you have to secure the running backs. There's about 4 to 8 really good ones that are just sit and don't even worry about them. And some get there due to injuries, but like from the get-go, there's like 48. There are 12 teams in the league. So it's very cutthroat. You have to get them. No one ever does. I'm sorry to call them out. Mark, you didn't. Eric never does. And what they try to do is take a wide receiver and get back into that running back. But why would anyone ever do that? They're so coveted. Why would I take a wide receiver that catches the ball 5 to 7 times for a running back that touches it 17 to 20? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And yet they never see it. It never clicks to them. I got to get these guys early because they can never get the trade done, or you have to overpay.
In some cases, a receiver and a back, if you get two really good ones that produce, that could be a good swap there. Just saying. So. Very, very few instances.
Besides like the top 3 or 4 wide receivers, I don't think so.
Like if you had 2 monster backs that were doing really well, like if you had Achane and CMC's out. Barkley. You had or Barkley and Henry, let's say. And you're like, ooh, I'm gonna go after like a super high receiver. I'll give Henry up for that. CeeDee Lamb or
would not do it.
I'm trying to think. No?
Nope.
You wouldn't do CeeDee Lamb for Derrick Henry right now?
Nope. You talking about my child?
Okay.
Well, okay.
Minus that part.
Jeez.
Minus that part. His name is actually I don't know what his name is. It's not Henry. That's what his name is.
Rename Henry.
Rename Henry. Yeah, not Henry. Mm-hmm.
Henry C.D. Smith.
Yeah.
So I can have him now. Okay.
There you go. Okay, so now let's borrowing that. But try to separate your bias here for a minute and try to tell me whether or not you would take CeeDee Lamb.
That's pretty close, 50-50, but I mean, obviously I'm Derrick Henry, so
that doesn't happen that often.
That's about as close as 50-50 as you get. And that's the only reason why is because Derrick Henry role is more of a timeshare. If it wasn't a timeshare, it wouldn't even be close.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, timeshare with Lamar Jackson.
Huh? Yeah. Nice one.
Timeshare with Lamar,
Yeah. Yeah, this Justice Hill he's not even a handcuff, so.
Yeah, I know. People thought they liked him week 1. But look where we're at 1 week later.
Yep.
Anywho.
I only have one thing to complain about my week in fantasy.
Yeah.
Eric.
What's that?
Eric edged me out on top points. I haven't had top points in
you
15
didn't get
games.
top points.
I missed it by 1.5 points. Goddamn. Again.
I missed it by a tight end.
I know you were at 104.
104, and I
close.
had 0 points
Yeah.
from my tight end position.
The top 6 scored over 90, I think. Something like 95,
It
maybe.
was a pretty good scoring
High,
week.
high scoring week, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny to go from 54 to doubling it in 1 week. I'm just like, all right, whatever. It goes
You
the
had
other way
54
too.
First
I had
week.
54. I had the lowest amount of points week 1.
Jesus Christ.
Terrible.
And
Terrible
now
week
you're
one.
all the way up to 8th place already. Okay, 2-2. Well, it's a good rebound. Yeah.
Yeah, good rebound. See if we can keep it
Yeah.
up. Playing Turtle.
Baker and Chris Godwin. That looked like
That-
a good. Still
That was a
okay for
good.
you.
Yep. That was pretty
Who the
decent.
Bucks
Jacobs
play
had a good
this week?
game. Mediocre game, but
What's it doing here? I'm trying to look up. Who does?
I think Tony Pollard too is going to be
Denver.
sneaky.
yeah, how was
coming
Pollard?
up. Well, I mean, he's just doing okay
9,
for number wise,
10?
like
Yeah.
14, 18 points. That's about it. But Tajay Spears did get a little banged up, so I do think he's going to go out. And when he does, it's strictly his show. So you're looking at another guy that's going to get 18, 22 carries a game. Which, I mean, Tony Pollard's still young; he can still run. So the only problem is it's Tennessee's offense, so you're going to be hindered with that. So.
Will Levis is a little bit of a hindrance. So yeah, so I was going to
Yes.
get to is like one thing is that Will Levis is just making these boneheaded mistakes, keeps making them. So that is a scary part of the offense there. So you're going to wipe out drives sometimes when he does stupid ass shit like he did.
And Josh Jacobs, he's another guy. He's doing well, even though no Jordan Love. He's carrying the team. He's doing nice.
They gave him the rock, man. They ran the ball in that game 53 times total.
Yeah,
so
he had 150 with a fumble, so
53.
not bad.
53
Yeah.
rushing plays in that game. They
Holy-
ran with
decent
Malik
game.
Willis too,
Or yeah,
but yeah, they ran
holy-
the shit out of the ball. But
I did
yeah,
not know that. That's got to be a record.
I like that a lot because what that'll do is really round out and balance the offense when Jordan Love is back. I hope they continue to run the ball, maybe not at that rate.
They
but,
won't.
Be super balanced. If you can be super balanced and have Josh Jacobs run the ball 15 to 20 times in a game,
yeah, make it 25.
It's gonna be great.
Keep it
Shit,
going.
Yeah,
25. Let's go.
Keep it
Come on.
going.
What
So
are
you
you
want
talking
Pollard
about?
back?
What's that?
You want Pollard back?
No.
You gonna get back some forces?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
why
paid
not?
$50+ for Jacobs, so I think I'm not letting go of him unless,
Your roster couldn't afford it. I was going to tell you though, with the whole Zach Moss, we traded last week, Zach Moss
Yeah.
and Joe Burrow. You did not get points out of him, but at least you saw him. He's the guy.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
He was out there like 80% of the time, which is great. So just so you know, that
And
guy,
think-
I wouldn't
think Burrow's
go
gonna be
starting
great
him
too.
still,
I
but
mean,
he's just like good depth.
he had 17 this week. So, but I just liked having
Yeah.
Godwin and Mayfield. I like those duos, man.
Well,
I love-
you balanced out your roster this week. You
Yeah.
took away some of your high end wide receiver. Like you have lots of high end wide receivers.
4.
Yeah, too many.
See,
Yeah,
that's
you balanced it
one
up,
thing you
yeah.
do, Sarl, that other people in our league don't. You get out of the draft, and out of week 1, you're like, this isn't going to work.
No.
So you just, I mean,
Just
dude,
gotta
you'll
move
pull
it
out
around.
3-4 trades. You'll be pop, pop, pop. Eddie.
What do you guys think of my
9 wide receivers.
Ford for
the only trade he
Devontae
does
Ford?
is a wide receiver for a wide receiver. So
What? Well, I need you guys to rate mine and Jay's trade. Adams and for Ford.
B-.
Hey, I'll take it. It's
I
above
think
average.
there's some risk in it.
I think there's
Like-
better options you could have got, but it's not.
That's
you
the
didn't
best one I've
lose.
got. That's the best one I received out of all of them.
Yeah,
in my
I would
opinion.
have kept.
I think
kept
I
working
think
it.
if you shopped it around, you could have found a better running back than Jerome Ford for Devontae
Yes.
Adams straight up.
I'm definitely glad you didn't do Zeke.
No,
Oh.
Stop you.
Well,
He sent it to
that'd be
Zach.
very
I
bad.
did. I did send it, and then I unsent it very quickly.
He's like, yeah,
Oh,
I'd sent one
shit.
from Zeke.
It
I'm
was
like,
6 a.m. I
"Ah,"
barely had
texting
any
him.
coffee.
I was
I'm
like,
like,
"Stop,
nah,
take
bad
it
idea.
back."
Oh shit!
Not
That's
good.
not good. That's
I
not
circled the
good.
thing where it was
Oops.
like, Zeke was on the field 50% of the snaps. And I was like, no.
No.
That was
Don't
might
do
have
that.
been a bit of desperation on my end. I'm like, I really just need a running back. I'll take anything. And then I came to my senses, but it's all good. Let's see how it goes. I probably won't even.
I kind of
I
feel
am
bad
starting
because
to-
you had
Let me
Pollard.
ask you
and then
something, Brad. What do you think's going on with Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase,
Oh man,
he's a bitch.
He's a bitch. Okay.
Did he really
that's
not
a
take
lot,
that
man.
money? Did he really get offered that money? He said no. Because it was $1 less.
yeah, it's 140, 30.
Yeah, it was
something.
$1 less
Stupid
from the
money.
highest contract.
Yeah,
He wanted to
I
be the
haven't
highest.
heard that.
I heard that too. Is
I
it
heard he
true? I don't
wanted
know.
$1 more than Justin Jefferson.
That's right. So 140, right?
And so they offered him
Wow.
the exact same contract. So it was $1 less than what he asked for. And he said no. Can you imagine if that's actually true? And you said no to $140 million because of $1?
I don't know if that's true. But
That's-
No, man. He seems
That's
pretty
good
petty.
story. That's ego and pride a little,
Yeah, he seems like he's got a problem with both.
yeah. Well, we don't know if that's true.
Oh,
Just rumor.
what
17 text messages, Matt. I know it's true.
Yeah,
what
good informed.
I want receipts.
I more meant like what's up with his production? Like why hasn't he gotten any production yet this season?
Just, dude, imagine you going
Because
to
he's a
work
bitch?
and you think, hey, I'm worth, $10 more an hour than what I should be paid. And then you just go in there and you're like, this isn't fair. This isn't fair. I should get paid more. You're not going to work hard. You're going to do just enough to like make people think you're getting by.
Isn't that called like quiet quitting or something?
I mean, I don't think he's being that quiet about it, but yeah. that's
Wait,
what he's doing.
isn't that a term isn't that what that is?
Dude, and honestly, I think if Joe
Anybody
Burrow
know?
wasn't on that team, he probably wouldn't even be playing at all.
Yeah, Burrow had to step in.
Well, yeah, they're buddies. They went to college.
Yeah, he had to step in and tell him to chill. I don't even remember what happened. Was it like what caused Jamar Chase to go a little nuts?
Justin
during the game?
Jefferson getting a big ass contract.
No, he can't.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what it was.
No. Like during the game, wasn't there a huge like fight that almost broke out, and Joe Burrow had to step in and like.
Oh yeah, he
Don't
went to
bug
the
out.
refs. Yeah. He was.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know that I don't really care about. People get heated on the field, you got calm-headed teammates always keeping the others in check. So that's just part of the game. I don't
That's
think
what I thought you
anything.
meant by Burrow and him are buddies. Like he's looking out for him.
No, I mean
He
they
was
went to
there.
college together.
Yeah.
So
That was a good game too. Good
Sorry.
game, too.
Hey, what do you guys think
Sorry,
of
a little distracted.
Caleb Williams?
Khalib. It's pronounced
Khalib.
Khalib.
I'm sorry.
yeah, he's Khalib
Khalib.
until he proves himself. Yeah, I'm
That
not
was a
sold on
decent
him.
game. That was a decent game.
He
except
seemed
for-
to have like no awareness. Like he was
Dude, and some
sacked
of
a
those
couple
balls
times.
were really
and had-
badly thrown.
or accuracy. I think he was
Yeah, the accuracy is my like biggest red flag.
pretty
It's
bad.
like, he's not even close on some of these throws.
A couple of them should have been pulled in, but they were
Touchdowns.
just too fucking
Well,
far out.
it's tough for a rookie to coming from
Totally.
college to just come in. Like look at
He
the
wanted
success
half the
rate of all these.
franchise.
I know. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
He
I
did.
mean,
I
Dude, this
remember
guy
that now.
came in talking some shit. Like, I'm fucking.
because
the
he's
best
young.
man.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's what I'm saying. So if you talk the
He's-
shit, you got to back it up.
Like, is it Bryce or Brees Hall?
Brees
Brees.
Yeah, he got
benched.
benched. He was number 1 drafted. I think CJ Stroud was number 2, right? That last year. So you just never know with these guys. But yeah, Caleb Williams, you give him some time, he'll get better, I'm sure. But like, he just seemed like had the thing that stuck out to me is he had like no awareness at all. Like he was just getting sacked and just dropped, and he had no clue that there was a giant 300-pound dude.
Yeah, he got
right
beat the
there.
fuck up. That's-
Yeah.
Well,
He got a lot
that
of
would be
hits,
what I
too.
would say. Is like he
line
was
plays
getting
bad,
just
too.
destroyed. Yeah, they were getting destroyed. The
Yeah.
line was just getting demolished. So that does put a quarterback, especially a rookie, under a lot of pressure to perform. So like that, like if we take it as more like, oh, he's like a rookie, and like I don't understand that. I don't think any of the talent and the like arm talent and the way he can run. He just has to learn. These are my alleys and that kind of stuff. I think Caleb Williams can come around. But he's a rookie.
Yeah,
he is a
he
rookie.
can. He can absolutely come around. But yeah, he definitely looked very rookie-ish out there.
If it was me though, and I'm a manager of him, I would try to move away.
You'd give up on him, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's not like fantasy football wise going to get you anything. We're talking like Justin Fields throwing numbers. Yeah. I mean, he's like a worse Justin Fields when Justin Fields came in. So
for sure, just something I noticed.
Not to say
can you imagine being a Bears fan though? Like thinking to yourself, oh shit, like
here we go again.
Is he just Justin Fields? Is he the same fucking guy as Justin Fields?
He's worse right now.
They got rid of him.
Bastard,
Oh shit.
The Bears can miss 2 times in a row in the QB position.
Dude, what about Baker?
Two times 10. 2 times 10, buddy. 20 times in a row.
Well, who was their last decent QB?
Kyle Orton.
Cutler.
Cutler.
Yeah. Are they one of those teams that have cycled through
ago.
like 100 quarterbacks?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, they're the team with never having a 4,000 yard thrower.
Yeah,
in their entire length of their franchise.
Isn't like 1,000-yard receiver? They've never had one or something. Something.
I think they've had a 1,000-yard receiver. I think Alshon Jeffrey at some point there had 1,000 yards.
That's true. Allen Robinson, right?
Allen Robinson in his heyday. Yeah.
Rich, what about Anthony Richardson?
Ooh. What about Anthony Richardson?
I don't know, man.
About him.
I don't know.
He's your
he looks rough.
You were so high on this guy. I just wanted
to throw that giant.
Dude, I like Bo Nixon, so let's come a little slack.
Sorry, what?
I like Bo Nixon. Or Bo Nix.
Bo Nixon.
Bo Nixon. I am not
Nixon. Nixon, guys.
Nixon's a crook.
Nixon.
Bo Nix.
No, I'll tell you what. Anthony Richardson, he's going to have a tough game again this weekend. He plays home against Chicago. Chicago's defense is very, very good. That one worries me a little bit. So I think he's going to have some tough games. I think it's actually a good buy low moment. I think I am almost anticipating another poor game this weekend, but improvement beyond that. So I think he gets back to form. And Brad, you don't think he gets back to form?
Nope, I do not think. I think he's going to be serviceable for sure, but not the top 5 quarterback I thought we were going to get from him.
So that's why he's a buy low. That's such a buy low moment, though, in my opinion. I
don't think he'll ever get there.
Real quick, Mark just said Caleb Williams will throw for 250 and 2 touchdowns versus
He's
Ingram.
wrong.
Okay.
Book it. Those are his words.
Book it.
He's wrong.
Yes.
You're wrong, Mark.
Well, put your money in the sports bet. Get your sports bet. Happy.
Yeah, I wonder what the over-under on his yardage is for the upcoming game.
222.
Anyone?
I looked it up. 222.
That was fast.
Man, he's so good.
You're so fast.
Brad,
I'm going to look it up now to just see.
He's full of shit. Yeah.
I
don't think
I said that.
Yeah.
I don't even think they put up props that early in the week. Even
No?
he might be able to find it, but it seems like a good line. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
222.
good one. 222.
Okay, 222.
and a half.
We'll confirm that next week.
Definitely.
Well, the biggest
Yeah.
spreads are on the San Francisco and Rams game at 7.5, and then Panthers and Bengals 7.5.
Take the
Yeah.
Bengals.
Yeah,
Panthers are.
Panthers are. Oh my god.
But listen to this though. Think about that. It's Andy Dalton. It's going to be Andy Dalton. Now.
Yeah.
They changed their quarterback. Andy Dalton.
We've seen what Andy Dalton
revenge
can do.
game.
Come Come on.
Dude,
It'll be a revenge game.
I don't
Dude,
know about
Joe
that.
Burrow's too cool for that shit. He's just gonna walk in and be like, "Dude, sit your ass down."
I don't know about that.
Fucking redhead.
No, since he
Look at this
played
blonde
really
hair.
well last week against Kansas City, deserved to
Yeah,
win the
since he's
game pretty
back.
much. So I think since he is going to be a team on the rise, that's why I was kind of like surprised. I think Jamar Chase. We talked about it a little bit, but I actually think I think he'll get better as the season progresses. I think
I don't even
he's
remember, was
too
Jamar
good of a
good last
receiver.
year? But
Jamar
not
was
as good
great
as the
last
year
year.
before. Not as good as the year before that.
Dude, I wonder if he goes to a therapist and just talks about Justin Jefferson. Like, why don't people think I'm as good as him?
Okay, 1,200 yards.
I am as good as
Pretty
him.
good.
Yeah,
I totally am.
yeah,
No,
yeah. I
Jamar
know.
Chase,
That's why you
like,
were rookie of the year. Oh wait, you weren't.
hmm.
Oh, well.
I just got things on my mind. I don't know why I got them on my mind, but I do. Thinking about trades, Brad.
Trades. You don't. I'm kind
It's
of.
been
Yeah.
pretty quiet this week, you guys.
I told you.
So
I
far.
was gonna get to a
What's
spot.
going on?
Then it's gonna be kind of chill.
That's actually
Alright.
next week, by the way. Cincinnati and Panthers. I scrolled too far.
Oh, okay.
My
Oh, the
bad.
week after. So are they playing this coming up this week?
Cincy, they're playing on Monday against the Washington Commanders
Yeah,
at
that's
7:5.
That should be a W, right?
Yeah, that should be a
Mm,
That
W.
should be a W.
Yeah.
Should be, but
Yeah.
it's not a guarantee.
0-2
Well, nothing's
Bengals, right?
guaranteed.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Washington
They're
Bengals
one
going
of
to
those
go
two.
off for 30.
they're scrappy.
scrappy.
They're scrappy.
They're scrappy.
not-
they
they're
score
not- they're not
points three at a time, but yeah,
3 at a
They
time.
ain't pretty.
7 possessions, 3.
Three
Boom.
3 points. Yep, they win. They win by kicking field
20,
goals.
21 points.
Dude, that's how Pittsburgh wins.
Shit, man.
It's
I
totally
love
acceptable
Pittsburgh.
for them.
I don't understand why they underrate my defense like that, man. I think that's the best defense in the NFL.
Oh,
I
100%.
don't know why they keep underrating it as a fantasy defense. They keep undervaluing them. Like they're ranking them like 12th to 14th like every week.
Who was
Speaking
that?
of-
Pittsburgh?
What are you talking about? Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Buy low, sell high type thing.
Yeah.
I think Atlanta defense. You can go out there, go grab them if you can. Obviously,
Oh, yeah.
you can't in our league because I roster them. But if they're not, Judon, they're D-backs are
You have
playing
Atlanta?
well. I have Atlanta and San Fran.
Those are your two defenses. You got two good defenses too then.
Yeah,
Good.
I used to have Houston as well.
Well, what does that matter?
No, I'm
Well,
just
how
like
do
I
you
just
want?
traded 2 for 2.
Yeah.
I think Houston's done
I
the
know.
wrong.
No,
I think
agree.
they're maybe number 5, 7 this year.
Brad, what do you think of Brock Bowers?
Brock Bowers, I like him a lot.
You like him a lot, right? I like him a lot too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the
Yeah. You said
Raiders are
top
playing well.
what though? Top what you were gonna say?
5 to 7.
Okay, that's kind of where I think he is. Yeah.
But
Is
dude,
he-
the
is
thing
he
I like about
available?
the Raiders and Sorrow, I do think you
No.
kind of like you messed up on this with just
Only through
getting
trade.
Ford.
What, say that again? I messed up
I
on
think
what?
you kind of messed up on giving away Adams for too little with Ford, just because of the run game is so atrocious with the Raiders. Like they're fucking. I don't even think they're getting 100 yards from all of the backs combined.
Yeah, but it's Minshew, bro.
dude.
like,
But he
Gardner
Minshew.
Minshew.
He's
some
been
of these
the
quarterbacks
completion
against the
percentage leader. He's
Yeah, but he doesn't
actually
throw-
completing
he
the
doesn't
ball.
throw the ball.
He's
that
throwing the
much.
ball 40 times. Like
He's
This
throwing the
maybe
ball a
not
lot,
the first week.
yeah.
Well, not the first week.
Yeah.
I was going off the
Yeah.
first week. I know Devontae Adams had 19 plus this week 2.
no, I know, but that's what I'm saying is the passing game. So Bowers, I like because they're throwing the ball a lot. So I mean,
Yeah.
if you can get yourself, 5 to 8 targets,
Is he on?
Yeah.
Is
Pull
he
his
available
phone
in our
out.
league?
Well,
Yeah,
guys,
No,
we do need
no.
to
Rich
wrap
will
it
tell
up.
you anyone is available
Only-
from any team.
only through trade anyone is available. Exactly.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what Rich will tell you.
That's go if you really want somebody, go talk to that manager and see what you can get.
You know, I've actually found a way to trade with other leagues. So I think that's gonna be cool. We're gonna introduce that next year.
Mark sent in a bet slip here. We've got over
Oh.
1.5 passing touchdowns and over 205.5.
You were close,
passing
222.
touchdowns.
Mhm.
So
Very
They're
nice.
playing. Who are they playing?
$84. I like that bet.
Indiana
actually.
after the Colts. Okay.
Colts,
Playing
yeah.
home against at the Colts. So in
At
a
the
dome.
Colts.
So that's nice.
I got a stat for you.
Yeah.
You know who has the highest over under this week?
Is it the
QB
Lions and Cardinals?
or
It's
the
the Lions and the
Oh,
Cardinals.
okay.
Look at you.
Boom! I win.
Woo! Which makes me even more excited. But we do need to wrap it up, guys. Is there any last thing anybody wants to say?
No, man.
See you
can't wait
next
to
week.
see
It's all good.
No.
Two things. I can't wait to see the Fab budget results tomorrow. And thank God Jeff Wilson's not my team anymore.
I know I want to drop some of these guys, but I'm not going to just drop them without finding out if I get the other guys that I'm
Jeff
getting.
Wilson was one of them. Totally dropped.
Yeah, you paid $7 for Jeff Wilson.
I don't care. I waste money all the time. It's not a big deal.
All right, yeah, that's
Half a
your
burrito.
mentality.
It's a good defense.
I get what I want.
Yeah. Good
All
night,
right, y'all.
everybody.
All right, gentlemen,
See you next week.
Asta.
sounds good.
Peace out.
Later.